Hello, everybody. I hope you are doing some fantastic stretches right now. Do those for your shoulders. And look, what's my dog doing? He tries
We
to eat
can't
the
see
food
you,
off my
dog.
fingers. Anyways, he's not getting any. That's alright. I don't feed, so I have to apply that mindset to everywhere in my life. That way, sorry, Jacob, you're not getting any dinner. Moving on. Well, hopefully we don't see any of these guys feed too much. But it was a really good game from both sides, to be honest. The fact that Revolt they felt unable to complete a lot of the team fights, even though some of their team fighting aspects were better. We saw a Mumu go in and get washed a couple of times. Like, he made some good plays with his stun, but that's kind of as far as it went. And Mumu got completely countered by Milio, bro. His ult, Milio's ult is just the opposite of a Mumu's ult, and it does an awesome job. Really
Yeah,
hard for Lightless to play the game. Don't think there's anything else towards the bot lane that we kind of want to point out besides Arbe being disgusting.
I
But
just
the
like
mid lane as well.
the idea that they're both children too. Amumu's like, "Come play with me." He comes to give you a hug, and then Emilio's like, "Ugh, gross! Get this little mummy kid off me."
Well, no, that's because Milio dies if Amumu touches him.
Oh yeah, jeez, no thanks. That doesn't sound like fun.
Then Emilio's ult is Breath of Life, so surely Emilio can just skewer Amumu, right?
Well, I think he did last game. I think that's what we saw.
He cured him. He cured him. That's it. But I guess Amumu doesn't have powers anymore. He's not sad. He's got friends. Have you seen the music video, Mayhem?
Yeah, the song too.
Oh,
You maybe want to go listen to it. It's so good.
it's so sad. I wonder if people do that before they play Amumu. Hopefully, we're seeing Lightless do that if we see Mumu locked in again. I was very surprised to see the Milio Jinx come through, though. When you see Milio first pick, bro, how are you not going to pick the Jinx?
I think
Jinx
Conmore
is
might
so
be the
good.
only other person that can go with Milio, but I think I don't know. Lulu's just a better pick to first pick than Milio because Lulu works with more champions than he does. So to pick up the Milio first is a bit troll. I think you got first pick. Just grab the Jinx. There are plenty of supports that work with Jinx. Just grab the Jinx and we move on from there. Well, luckily they got their Wombo combo and it worked out well for them. But again, I think Pabu getting that Ari and the matchup that he did allowed them to get to the point where Jinx was useful. Because for a while there, Jinx was doing okay damage, but it really wasn't enough. But Pabu carried him till Jinx got 4 items, and really hard to deal with a 4-item Jinx with a Milio sitting behind him.
Yeah. Mid lane, feels very painted out. The top lane as well was really fun to watch. I think Slemt playing on the Darius was super fun. He did an awesome job. Seeing those Darius resets come through again and again and again. Great to see. And Meat Bun did struggle a little bit into the matchup initially. I saw a lot of people in chat talking about how Slemt couldn't carry the team on his own. And he certainly was doing a good job. But yeah, Meat Bun, I think, did get beat by Slemt in that first game. I'd like to see a little bit more from him. But then again, it's a big game for both these guys to come to match up to. And whoever loses tonight is getting eliminated. So a lot of pressure on both the teams.
It's a tough one. Finals are soon around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to load into game number 2. Here we go, Quicksand.
Time for the draft. Would not be surprised to perhaps see a Jinx being banned out here, but...
Oh,
Oh,
speak of the devil.
oh my god. I'm so... Okay, next they're going to ban out the Gangplank, yeah. Oh, whoa. Did they ban Gangplank? How'd I know?
Wow, dude. I'm dumbfounded. How are you doing this? Alright, predict the
A
next
lot
one.
of bans being dropped on
You got
the
a couple
ADC.
seconds. Quick. What's the next
Oh,
ban?
they're going to ban Ari.
Ari, wrong
Obviously.
team.
Oh,
They're gonna
sorry,
ban
they're going to ban...
Anivia. Alright, okay.
By the way, Knights did win the first game.
They did.
And Kha'Zix's ban coming out as well. Kha'Zix is so strong, man. Anytime anyone picks him in my solo queue games, I want to cry. So Kha'Zix's going out as well. 2 ADCs being removed off the board. These guys do not want to get jumped upon with their compositions.
I was told by Revolt that if Kha'Zix was open, that they were probably going to be picking it. Spoilers.
Leaked.
And Milio. This is
Wow,
a
okay.
return ban because Revolt was picking Milio last game. I mean, Knights was picking Milio last game, so banded away from themselves. Doesn't want them to get the first pick, I guess. But again, I don't know if you should be first pick Emilio, so who knows? Zeri, great pick. I was talking her up before. Great ADC. Works well with Lulu. This is really nice picks so far. I'm happy with this. Malphite, you were talking about how good Malphite is in the top lane. We got a Malphite.
There we go. Malphite locked in. Maybe backed up by Volibear here. Makes, I gotta say, it's a dive composition that could win gold at the Olympics. Just starting off with this is pretty brutal. Zeri and Lulu, great bot lane matchup. Yep. Yeah, I think Kog'Maw's a really good pick here. Kog'Maw is so strong, man.
We do want to get these ADCs out of the way as soon as possible. Let's see who they match it up with. They don't have the Lulu. They don't have the Milio. They're going to pick an Annie. That might be Dioko's Annie. But support Annie with Kog'Maw, not sure if that. I guess they got a shield now and she can speed them up, so I don't know about this one though, boys.
It's a big stun lockdown, which can be very helpful. Ari coming in to match the Annie as well. Yeah. Annie, correct me if I'm wrong here. Annie doesn't get. She's not like the other control mages where she just gets absolutely like dog stomped by Ari. She still struggles. But having that stun means she can get away, and it's going to be a kind of even mid lane we're looking at here.
She has a longer range, and I feel like Ari's burst is higher, so if Ari lands the full combo and they trade like that, Annie comes out a little bit worse off. And the main thing is Ari's range is longer. So it is going to be a skill matchup. If she can remain in Ari's max range and just hit Annie from there, Annie's not hitting any of her abilities, and just she can just spam Q. Maybe if she can hit a charm, works like that. But Annie being a very short range mid laner means that she will struggle a little bit into this Ari. But thing is, everyone does. Ari's goddamn annoying. It does a whole lot of damage.
I was very surprised to see first pick top laner and mid laner though. Both of them blind. Maybe a Malphite support. Like, I don't really know what we're looking at here. But Malphite, the potential for him to be counterpicked here is so big.
We have Sion still open that we can counter him with. We have... I don't know if Darius counters him. I think it does.
The Sion's just to frustrate him. In the Sion Malphite matchup, Malphite kind of wins at the start. But the moment you get 15... No, not even like 12 minutes into the game, Sion just stacks up so much health that Malphite is useless against him. Again, we're still looking at a dive-ish composition here from from Revolt, who are on the blue side right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see some more diving-based junglers. Looking at Volibear, we're looking at Udyr. Anyone who can get a cheeky bit of CC and lock them down.
Viband, Kha'Zix, Gorn, Wukong is another great pick, and all of these amazing meta champions are being thrown into the Knights team comp. I am loving their roster at the moment. Pretentious
looking for probably the jungler here now. And Pretentious sure is taking his time. Viego.
Doing? They got the Viego. I guess you can charm people with him, but the rest of the champion steals aren't as useful.
Yeah, I haven't been seeing a lot of Viego around, whether it's in solo queue or in the limited amount of competitive play that's been out right now. Viego now looking to maybe get another support here. It could be a mid laner too if they want to shaft Annie down to the support.
Alright, looks like Annie's going to be mid lane. Very meta mid laner at the moment, doing really well. These are the two meta mid laners, Annie and Ari, picked all over the place. Solo queue, the like. I am just sort of in love with Knights team comp. Every single champion is hyper meta, really strong. They all work together. Same vibe as last game, right? We got a tanky top laner. We have our jungler on a pseudo carry that can carry if he pops off. We got our boy Parbu in the mid lane on his Ari. He played amazing on it. I'm very happy with this. Everything is going well for Knights. I know I sound like a Knights fanboy, but it's just sounding better from Knights. than I'm feeling for the side of Revolt. I don't know about you.
Yeah, look, Revolt, they get the mouth fight. They get the Kog'Maw. Two things I really, really, really like. The rest of their composition, I don't like as much. They're not bad, but it just doesn't meld together, and some of them aren't flying at the top of the meta right now. Seraphine is really good. Annie's stun is really good peel. We saw actually in the challenger games on Sunday, we saw an Annie Kog'Maw composition with a heavy frontline. Means that Annie's peel is nuts. The peel for this Kog'Maw is very, very high for the side of Revolt. But Kog'Maw has to get ahead for this to work. Because Malphite, he can slow, he can knock up. Viego has the stun, Annie has the stun, Seraphine has root, charm. Very hard to get in this Kog'Maw if things are played right. But when you're facing up against a composition that can fight you from far away, Ahri, Zeri, Lulu can keep the team alive, it feels very balanced. I actually like Revolt here just because it feels a little bit different, and it centers around what's really good right now. Because Kog'Maw is an SSS+++ champion, in my opinion, right now.
You have a really nice wombo combo thinking about the top, mid, and support, Malphite, Annie, Seraphine. Decent wombo combo in teamfight. If you land a 5-man Seraphine ult, they're probably all going to be stunned for a good 5 seconds and might even die during that time. So that could be your win condition there. Decent team fighting on both sides, so this isn't going to be another really fun, let's all fight for 7 dragons sort of a game like last game. So whoever wins, I'm going to be happy. This is looking like a lot of fun. A lot of the line for both of these teams were taking this seriously. Eliminated, as we said before. Anyone who loses this best of 3, it's the last we're going to see of them for the rest of this tournament. And it's going to be sad. Both teams playing really good. I like both teams in terms of their players. Friends with a couple of them. They're nice guys. But there can be only one Quicksand.
There can only be one. Don't forget, elimination is what is teetering on the edge tonight. As you said, Mayhem, we saw the Knights take away the first game in an unconvincing manner, to say the least. It was a very back and forth game, but the way the Knights finished it off in the last segment of the game was convincing. When they had control, they kept it. Whether or not the Knights can start with control and continue it with the rest of the game, or Revolt can actually hold on to their control that they managed to obtain in the beginning, only time will tell. So let's wind the clock forward a little bit, take a quick break, and then come out at the end at the 11th hour. We'll see you guys on the other side of this break. Welcome everybody for game number 2. Stakes are high, tensions are higher, as the Knights face up against the Revolts for the second time tonight. Knights took away the first game, putting them at series point. Revolt have to battle against elimination tonight. In this game, everything is on the line for them. So, we're taking a look at a pretty incredible game here, with a lot of eyes pointing towards the bot lane. Mayhem, you really liked Zeri Lulu here.
Yes.
I mean, what is the shining, beautiful brightness of a Zeri Lulu composition?
Well, you're Zeri, and you like to go fast.
You do.
And you have a Lulu who makes you go fast.
Oh.
Faster. It's pretty damn good. It slows the enemies down as well. It's pretty straightforward. I like to attack fast and run fast. And your champion makes me attack fasterer and run fasterer. It's as brain dead as that.
Genius. It's genius.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid. That's the acronym, right?
And Kog'Maw likes to stand really far away and shoot at people. And with Seraphine to help everyone stay away from him. That skin is sick, by the way. That is a really cool Kog'Maw skin.
Deep Sea.
That is so cool. I've never seen that one before.
It's an oldie but a goldie. A lot of the old skins for Kog'Maw and Cho'Gath, where they're like, I think there's a Deep Sea one for Cho'Gath too. And I like the prehistoric ones. I think both of them have a prehistoric one, where they're just
skins
bones.
Changed, man. I swear they're not as cool now. They're cool in a different way now, I guess.
Yeah, I like... There's a couple of cool ones that have come out today, but I feel like it's a lot more clustered with a bunch of stuff. Okay, the level 2 advantage here is going to give Abe and Lady of the Wind huge advantage on the bot lane. They get a bunch of health bars. They pushed it out. They're going to go grab the control over this tri-bush. So, amazing start here for the bot lane. They have far more AoE. Much easier for them to push. They're always going to get the level 2 there. And Pretentious and Lightless weren't ready for the extra damage that they were going to pump out. They overstayed. Both junglers pathing in different directions. We have Sharky going towards the bot side. So maybe if Abe and Lady can get a... Here's the longer range I was telling you about. Oh, really nice trade. Oh my god. Pretentious and Lightless just destroying Lady here. This could be the bait that they wanted though. They've pushed under the tower. The wave is bouncing. And the Wukong's coming bot with Lady being low. This could be the bait though, right? Lady's low. Haha, look at me. I'm Lady of the Wind. You can kill me. Look how low I am. And then bang. Wukong comes out of nowhere.
Wow. That's a good plan, Mayhem.
DK.
Yo, just for casting purposes, I need to remind me, what's the name of that fish? The one with the little light on the front of it? Because I don't remember.
Anglerfish.
An anglerfish. That's it. Thank you, Mayhem. That will come in handy. So, well, perhaps an anglerfish has better bait as Wukong. He's going to take the scuttle, and perhaps he's going to look for his way down. There's no vision in the river for these guys. So if they push up too far, they will be in trouble. Revolt cannot afford to make a mistake here. And I think the pressure that they may just be eliminated makes it so much scarier. Juko pushed up far, probably forced to flash away.
The bot lane game.
Now coming around the back, Pretentious, he's flashed already. As the exhaust comes out, they're forced off, and Lightless forced to flash as well. Sharky gets to hold on to his flash, and so does the rest of the enemy bot lane. It's a big wave, and it's going to start shoving toward the Knights here. So Revolt, they'll have room to back off, but Abe and Lady get to stay in lane, get to farm safely, and get to hold on to their summoner spells.
Yeah, really well played, controlling the wave here by Lady and Abe. They shove it out, they get extra health from their shove, they get the bounce back. Yeah, they were both CC'd for a second there, pretty interesting. And now that they've got this bounce going on, they got a bunch of minions that they can safely farm under the tower. They don't need to worry about ganks because of the positioning of the wave. A lot of things. Pardon me again. A lot of things going well because of the way that they controlled the wave.
Wave got a lot to do with this, man. I know it sounds crazy, but wave is very helpful in League of Legends. It gives you money, it does a little bit of damage, and it's very funny when they can't walk past the minions. Wave does a lot of things.
Yeah, now, it's probably the main difference between Plat and Diamond players is wave control.
Is wave. Well, maybe I gotta talk to some Diamond players. Get my wave control up. Yeah, everyone, please get your wave control up. You'll win more games. The dragon now currently sitting up. It's a cloud dragon. Thankfully, removing that from our arsenal of what the soul could be. The gold count staying very even as level 6s are gently being hit across the board. No one... Oh, sorry, Juko the first to make it. Is Pabu yet to reach that peak. And we wouldn't be surprised. This dragon probably will start being contested after people start hitting level 6. And I mean, this early in the game, Slemps or Juko's ult is probably the most impactful. At least in a team fight.
Oh yeah, he is TP too. Hopefully he doesn't teleport to top lane because I'll be very mad at him.
That's sick.
Yep, I'll definitely flame him after the game if he teleports to top lane. But he is waiting in base, looking for that dragon play, but we got out west deciding not to go for it. Meat Bun has no teleport, so that is definitely a possibility that if they had called that out and seen that the teleport was happening top lane, that is just a straight up dragon. 5v4, easy peasy. Looks like Sharky's doing it now. With no control. No, he's just clearing things out. Wants to jump over the wall.
He's ganking.
Hub mid.
Mirror rush. No stun. Flash away.
Oh!
That is disgusting from Juko. I got nothing more to say about that, bro. I thought he was so dead.
Do you have Ignite? Okay, he has TP. So that's why he didn't secure that kill out west in top lane. Not level 6 yet.
Getting the stun ready. Meat Bun stuck now, forced to flash away. Doesn't call him the Forge God, but forced out of the fight. And a beautiful lead here taken by Juko as the first... So that's the first kill of the game, by the way. The first solo bolo finally comes down, and it's a beautiful one of that.
7 minutes in, a lot more thoughtful gameplay happening in this game. They sort of threw everything that they had at each other last game, trying to test the waters, and now that they're getting a feel for each other, they know where they stand and how they should play. So a bit of more safe play coming out. Knights, it seems like red side just have a little bit of an easier time taking these objectives. The map is a bit more open for them. And 2 winning lanes in terms of being able to push the wave in. Bot lane and top lane allows them to do this. That's why Revolt had it last game. Meat Bun.
Oh, wow. Okay, Slem can't dodge it. Meat Bun does get called the forward good, and that Brittle just shatters the rock.
Dwayne is dead. Double Brittle proc onto Slemt equals bad time. He thought he was happy, but I think Meat Bun got a couple of buys off in the middle of lane, which changed the tide of that fight there. And very, very close, but Meat Bun coming out with the solo bowler in the top lane.
Bro, I swear that Call of the Forge God like scratched the last sedimentary rock that fell off Slemt, bro. It was a very, very close call. Slemt would have won if the reverse had happened.
Mid lane.
Out west down on Pabu though, no stun left.
Spirit Rush.
Out comes Tibbers. He's got a full mecha suit on as well. To be challenged here by Sharky. Juko keeping the stun up.
They could maybe look to turn here, but Pabu just running straight into Slemt. Is this wise? We will find out soon enough. Does he have flash available? Does.
Pabu force flash up the wall. Unstoppable force coming out from Slemt. Down goes the Ari as Sharky may just be the next victim. Slemt walk up a bit too far. The Brittle, the charge! And down goes Ornn. Next up, Meat Bun won't be served as a side dish. The Rift Herald may just be an availability here though.
Get stunned?
Stun coming down. Wait, Meat Bun's got no way out. The stun lasts for so long. He's dashed far away. And Juko's fireball cleans up the fight.
Ladies gaining pretentious. Watch out. Actually, wait. She's doing a lot of damage. What the hell? I was joking.
Look at that damage coming out from Lulu. No, Pretentious can turn this one around. The Living Artillery finally fires out.
Oh, this is insane 1v1. Oh my god.
Followed by Lulu.
Oh my god.
By Lulu.
I was joking.
Stop gap, man.
I was joking.
Stop gap. Trump comes out west. Now going out.
I wasn't being serious. I thought she was gonna like hit him in the face with a Q and walk away, but she just straight up all in him. No way. Oh my god, Lady of the Wind, play of the game. If we had a replay system, I want to watch that. That was awesome. I'm sort of speechless. Lulu walks up into lane and just 1v1 Skogmore. How do I even give any commentary on that other than it's just hilarious? Okay, wow. Herald being taken. We have options for that. We've got top lane, we've got mid lane. Looks like there might be a gank towards mid, but seeing the commotion happening top lane, Sharky changes his mind. Should have gone for mid lane. Wow. Nothing to even say. One shot. See you later.
Let me remind you that Pabu was in this exact situation last game, okay? But this time his team actually has kills as well to try and keep him ahead. Meat Bun has kills too. Slemt really is going to be a victim here if he keeps on walking up, man. Both junglers have come up topside looking for a bit of a brawl. The next dragon steadily pacing away up in just about a minute. As the gold gap between the teams remains pretty undefined. 1,000 gold in the face of the Knights, who have won the previous game.
And he coming bot?
While Pretentious is probably lacking a little bit in confidence, seeing as he lost a 1v1 to Lulu.
They just headbutt into each other. That was pretty fun. A lot of these results of these fights is just like, what do you even say? It's just, alright, well, Jacko one shot. It's really nice that he has the ability to do that, although Pabu now finishing that Verdant, I can't remember, Verdant Pendant, something along those lines, that's going to give him a lot of MR. Should prevent him from being one shot in the future. For those of you who don't know, because people barely build this item, it is pretty much identical to Seeker's Arm Guard, except it's AP. Raimar, should I say.
Very
Pablo
nice.
is actually getting bullied.
A big strong item to hopefully survive against the big strong Annie.
Yeah, okay, out west.
Oh, out west here on Pabu. Pabu forced to use Spirit Rush.
Oh.
You got to dip out. Yes, Mayhem.
Just barely misses there. Dragon is up now, and the setup is here. Pabu has no more Spirit Rush, has one charge left. Maybe can do something with that. Teleport coming in from both top laners. Here it goes.
Oh, Wukong. That's such a big stun. The charm comes out. A big untouchable force from Malphite gets a massive knock-up. Pabu out of the fight as Juko gets another. On a rampage now. Down goes the Zarya. Double kill is Meat Bun. Gonna knock up Pretentious, but now he's in the fight all alone. Abe isn't there to help him out. And Meat Bun has pretty much been left for dead as the Dragon very readily being handed over to Revolt here. Oh, yeah, to Revolt. I almost thought I fumbled that one.
Wombo combo
Nice.
is what we expected. It's what we called in Champ Select. That is one of the ways that their team comp, while not being as meta or strong, can pull together and make magic happen as the TP's coming out to mid lane. Damn, son, we got everything we wanted out of that. Slemp jumping it over the top and knocking everybody up. And, yeah, Annie's damage right now is pretty damn nuts, and it's only going to get worse. 403. She has decent farm as well. This is just insanity. They will get a consolation prize of the bot lane tower, but it might even be looked to be contested. 4-5 members walking down to bot lane now. Sharky getting a bit low. Will they be able to stop the backs? Not much other than that for them to get. So they will be splitting up.
Now, maybe you can clarify this for us, Mayhem, but we saw Juko get a massive stun off at the start of that fight onto Sharky, who had the electric proc and then really started to struggle. And that's when we saw the fight for the Knights go downhill. It's got to be Meat Bun to soak up that stun, or they've got to fight Juko in an area that they're not going to get stunned, because who else is supposed to soak it up? Or maybe a better way to phrase the question is, how do they get around the Annie stun? Or is
Sharky
it more than
can if he's invisible, and if he soaks it while also spinning, then she's also CC'd, and then the rest of your team can get on top of her and finish her off. Even if you die, it's okay for you to start the fight like that, but he wasn't able to get on top of her. The fight is breaking out, though.
West here, though. Oh,
Bop.
Abe gets killed. That's so important. That's so important.
Welcome to Envy, welcome to Gay Dads. How you guys doing in the chat? We have our finals coming up pretty soon. These are the semis. People who lose this best of 3 will be knocked out. We got the Knights versus Revolt. Knights is currently up 1 match, and it looks to be potentially an equalizer, as Revolt is doing pretty well in this game. Although anything's possible after we saw last game. Small leads and advantages meant nothing. Even up to 5k worth of advantage ended up meaning nothing. It's always anyone's game when it comes to these two teams.
Yeah, with the amount of gold fluctuation we saw in the last couple of games, it's kind of hard to know what to expect. Somehow, the Knights still sitting up here with 2,000 gold, sorry, just under 2,000 gold lead. Slempt has pretty much defined his control of the top lane as Midbun continues to keep the pressure up, one of the main kill holders for the Knights, and was kind of unable to make a contribution in their last fight. We saw a fight happening at the Dragon Pit where they pretty much got swept, and Meat Bun was the last one remaining. Juko, all he needs is a stun here now, as he almost completely one-shots the poor Lulu.
Great dash out of the way, though. Abe would have been one-shot for
joining.
sure if that happened. Lady then thought that she could 1v1 Gyoko like she did with Pretentious, and almost died.
I don't think that's happening again, man. After the Lulu 1v1 the Pretentious, I think things are starting to go downhill. A big double. That's disgusting. That's really, really, really disgusting. The fact that Knights have just found a beautiful double there and managed to hand both of them over to Abe. Hey, yo. Revolt, dude, I think you're in a bit of trouble, man.
Abe's going to have to pay the Annie tax, though. We're going to have to build some sort of a magic resistance item. Otherwise, doesn't matter how fed you are. One wrong step, if you get Tibbers'd, you're going to get one shot from full health the way Gyoko's been playing. That is a definite possibility, and a worrying one at that. That is all of your damage right now. Everything, all the eggs
Maybe
are
he's
in
a
one
tax
basket.
evader, man.
Yeah, it's possible. Like
All the eggs are in one basket. Yep.
with the speed up from Lady, with the speed up from Abe being Zeri, he has a lot of ways of ducking around and not getting killed. Although we have Meatbone getting killed potentially.
Oh my god! Did you see that, man?
That is a lot of damage, and I think potentially
Surely he can move, right?
so
Surely.
much because of that.
Surely they will let the Ornn take a step forward, right? As Sharky
Oh, did he lose it?
now is prepping
No,
up
he
to
got
be
it.
just about the same fate as his top laner. The stun comes through, so does the ult. Almost no way out. There's Wukong now gets smited, and Out West is going to pick up another kill. It's a beautiful 2 for none. As the next dragon starts ticking down with 20 seconds left on the clock. Meatbun barely going to make it, and even worse, the jungler will not be there for the fight.
Yeah, see, Revolt was like, here, have 2 members, and also have Herald. And then they, Knights was like, oh, that's pretty kind of you. Here, have 2 of our members, and you can have Dragon. It's just
man.
nice little handshake here of just throwing away teammates right when objectives are coming up. I'm not sure why Meatbun was even in that position to be called out in the first place, but that is a little bit of a detriment, because here we go. There is going to be a team fight. We're not going to have Sharky, though. Dragon might be just dead
Walking
here.
up.
Yeah, and I think that's just going to be it. They're just
I'm
going to
not really
handshake
sure what
away
Knights
the
are prospering
dragon.
for there.
Yep. They don't have Sharky, so
Yeah.
big danger.
No way it was going to be anything else. Thank God. It would have been a funny little troll if they decided to fight 3v4 when they knew they couldn't take the dragon.
But it's fine.
But they decided to back
Just
up.
go for it.
Despite Meatbun's lead in his lane, they won't be fighting just yet. Meatbun, all the forward code finally come through. Where's he going to look to place it? They're going to look to take down Slemt here, who's on the wrong side of the wall, and no one in the team can actually reach him.
Oh,
A big smash of the wall from Juko, though. Finds out Pabu. Juko, he may be on the wrong side of the fight, as Pabu wants to turn around. The peel is unbelievable, and down goes 2. The control handed back over to Revolt, as they find 2 of the Knights members. No one yet to go down, as Sharky wants to break inside. Juko doesn't have any stun, and finally shutdown gets into Sharky's hands.
Abe somehow survived, but just everyone diving on him meant that he couldn't deal the damage that he wanted free casting. And massive flash Tibbers there from Diaco, just disrupting that fight completely, getting both of the backline, Pabu and Abe, huge to start that fight off. Then we have Slamp jumping over the wall as well. The fact that Abe is still alive is a miracle. Pabu's only living through that as long as he did because of the Verdant Embrace, I believe it is. Again, hold on, let me just hover over this 1 second. Verdant Barrier, close enough. Not really. But that item kept him alive for enough time to jump around and be useful in the fight. But not enough to win them the fight overall. Abe really needs to build some more damage. He's not going to be able to burn through Slemt in the condition that he's in right now. Big, fat, tanky rock boy in the front of these team fights, making it really hard for Abe to get through that. And if he goes anywhere near Joko, he is in big boy danger. So what do? If you build damage, you'll be able to get through Slemt, but if you don't build damage,
That's huge.
You will get one shot. Out West in danger.
Juko's got to go down here as well. As long as no stuns up,
Oh.
that's a big double as well. The Baron up and available. And you know what? It's like Revolt was like, hey, Knights, why don't you guys have 2 of our members and
Yeah.
the Retro? And Knights was like, hey, why don't you have 2 of our members and the Dragon?
Yeah.
Revolt was like, you know what?
You know
guys
what?
are
Thanks,
so nice.
man.
We're going to do you one better. Why don't you guys have 2 of our members and the Baron? Wow.
That's
Revolt
3 in a
is
row.
so nice.
3 in a row. The same play over and over again. 2 members get caught.
It was
The
a
other
pretty
team
good
takes
pick on Out
objective,
West,
and then they swap.
but Juko was just out of place, man.
Okay, who out of Knights is going to get caught now? We have to wait for 2
Put
minutes.
my money on Abe. It's got to be Abe, bro. He hasn't died yet, man.
2
That's quite the
minutes,
gift.
and we're going to have Pabu face Chickabush, and then Meatbun is going to try and help, and then they're going to give over 2 kills, and give over the dragon. That's how this is going to work.
Yeah, place your bets in chat right now. Which 2 of the Knights are going to be gently handed over to Revolt to keep the game even? 4,000 gold between the teams now. The next dragon Only a minute 30 to go. Revolt have a chance of putting themselves on sole point, but with the streak Knights run right now, they may find that quite difficult. Both teams looking for pressure on the side lanes. Solemt isn't able to find anything, while we're going to see Meat Bun now being matched by Juco on the side lane. Having down in hand, Lightless has walked up just a bit too far. The charm comes through, and there goes Abe. I'm telling you, he walked up just a little bit too far.
You called it, man!
Out West now has Zeri in hand. Unstoppable Fox! Down goes Sharky, and Out West has a chance to make it 3. Pabu comes through with a teleport to save his support.
It has to be 2. It has to be. That's how math works. They're going to give over 2 and then lose the objective.
Has to be 2.
Dude, we called it. You even called who it was going to be, too. This is scary. This is 4 times in a row that this has happened in this game. Well, 2 members die, lose an objective. 2 members die, swap. Just keep it on going. Back and forwards. They're probably going to pick up the objective because of this. Although 30 seconds, there's plenty of time for Sharky and Abe. They did it. They mistimed their int. They needed to int right about now, and then they would have lost the objective. But there is still a potential to run down here and fight for it. 18 seconds left on the clock. Their positioning is not going to be as good. They're not going to have the vision control, so it's going to be a much harder fight for them. They're going to come in from all different angles. See if they can make this work. Meat Bun has no Call of the Forge God. Abe's going to have his ultimate up ready in a second. Here we go, Quicksand.
No flash on Abe, no flash on Pretentious. And our silent achiever here, Pretentious, please keep your eyes peeled for the Cogmore in this fight. He is starting to do a lot more than we realize. The charm comes through, Pretentious walked up a bit too far. The root as well, Juco might be the first victim as Pretentious begging to be the next. Going down as well, no damage left in this fight. Out West looking for something, but now Knights, they've got complete control of the area. Lightless forced out now as Slemt has to dance around here. He has no chance to drop the unstoppable force as the fight is almost completely handed over to the Knights. Sharky wants to keep up the pursuit, and he somehow will chase down an entire mountain while his team takes away the dragon. Shoving in the mid lane. Second dragon in the hands of Knights, and pressure has completely shifted.
Pretentious just steps up a little bit too far, and the trigger is pulled by Knights, jumping everything that they have right on top of him. 3 members dive on him. He gets taken out. Giaco tries to kill Abe, but Abe manages to jump over the wall, gets shielded and picked up by a lady. Manages to stay alive, dealing some damage over the wall in the back of that fight. It was a really nice positioning there. Both of the carries were able to jump up that wall and still do damage, Pabu and Abe. The little wall position that they had in that fight, had that not been there, fight might have been different, but because they could jump up that wall and still do damage, it was a huge impact that they could just barely keep out of range and still continue to be useful in that fight. And that was probably one of the cleanest fights we've had so far. Giaco in trouble.
Sharky wants it again. The wild growth comes through, and Juco, in the face of death, he tries to get a pick. It's not enough.
And just the return. I think both teams are sort of playing sloppy this game, to be honest with you. There's just a lot of people getting caught out. A lot of people dying from both sides, just constantly throw after throw from both teams. And because they're both throwing, sort of equalizing it out.
Knights have managed to keep control though. Or, well, by keep control I mean throw a little bit less or take better advantage of the throws.
I mean, if we go by last game standards, Revolt was ahead 5k last game. So that means that Knights are going to lose this one, right? That's what happened last game.
Revolts were 5k ahead earlier in the game, so...
Yeah, now Knights are 5k ahead, so it's time for them to win, right?
So if Revolt gets 5k ahead, then Knights is going to win. That's how it works.
Exactly, but Knights are ahead, so that means Revolt's going to win.
There. That's so funny.
My brain.
Yeah, of course, of course.
There's too many twists in this narrative. We have the script right here.
You know, Mayhem, your camera is shaking a little bit.
My camera?
I want to try resetting that, but it's like... Yeah. It's going...
Oh, bizarre.
It out. Is there anything you can do now? Oh, it looks okay now in the stream. Don't worry about it. Okay. Anyways, sorry, I just had to solve the quick problem. Welcome back, everybody.
Oh, I got Fnatic Bush?
What is going on here?
They didn't sit in the
Okay,
bush.
so both teams,
Unlucky.
by both teams, I mean the Knights by themselves, and Revolt realizing something's wrong, are posturing for this Baron, which is coming up in just about 10 seconds. Now,
Oh
if you're
my
Sharky, right,
damage.
obviously the best idea here would not to be to not walk up and not die right before the Baron. So let's hope he can follow
I
that
mean, no,
trail.
that's wrong. You
And-
have to send 2 members in and both of them
Left.
have to die, right?
Oh, right, man. I
think
didn't
that's
think
the
about that
rules.
one. Very clever.
Did you read the script? I think you're, you got
That
a
is
different
the rules.
version, different copy to me. He's backing. I don't know if this is the
my
right
bad.
time to
I think
back.
I got the director's cut.
Oh, the Snyder cut. You're working with the Snyder version. Fair
Let's
enough.
go. Okay. Oh yeah, I got the Snyder version right now. My bad, bro. You got the final cut. It's all good. It happens, man. It happens. Now, whether or not it follows the script, we're about to find out. As Wukong desperately
The
looking
flank.
to come from behind. Malphite. He does have the unstoppable force. He's waiting to use it. Goes golden, dashes in and out west. No chance for Slep to make a move. Still holding on unstoppable force. They're looking for the jungler now from downtown. Malphite comes through. As down goes the enemy jungler. Malphite sweeping through the enemy team as Pretentious gets another pick as well. Out west though, he may have a chance to make a change here. As Meatbun needs to make a breakaway. Abe. Oh, Abe, he's got to get away. The polymorph comes through. Abe can't find room. Oh, the heal comes through there. He finally gets a pick on the Malphite, though. A chance to turn the fight around as Pabu and Sharky are both missing. It's a 2 for 4. And a fight that felt like it was going the other direction has turned completely topsy-turvy. The Baron given up, and instead the tower's going to be picked up in exchange.
Pretentious did an amazing job in that fight, kiting backwards and staying alive. But in the end of that fight, Meatbun was 3v1, just dives straight in, almost kills Pretentious in the back line, chases further on, 2v1s out west of Pretentious. On good champion? Now we've got the Dragon going down. Baron, should I say.
Yep.
Dragon up soon. They're going to get another, what's it called? Mountain. Actually, we're going to have that picked up by Revolt,
Yeah,
most likely, because they're backing. Dragon up in 7 seconds. Or will they have their cake and eat it too? We're about
They're
to
running,
find
they're
out.
sprinting towards the objective.
No TP's up for Knights. But Revolt aren't positioning well enough. They're not diving straight on it. This Dragon is up. Pretentious is standing there like, come on guys, we can take this. Sharky kind of being a nuisance in the mid lane. K1v1's Yucko.
Wait, Juko completely
He
turning
can!
his... Yeah, I saw someone in chat write that after 17 minutes, Juko doesn't know what to do. And we've seen it happen here. Juko, after he went 4-0, he suffered his first death, and he's kind of just been dying a lot since. His effectiveness completely fell off, and the presence that he had for Revolt feels like it's completely missing. The control of the game has been handed over to Pretentious, at least for the side of Revolt, because everyone's built magic resist. Everyone's staying up on top of the game and trying to keep away from him. Or at the very least, and his damage just kind of fell off.
Yeah, a lot of magic
Lilas.
resistance.
Oh,
Here we
Lilas
go.
goes down. Sharky's in the combat now. Wild Growth comes through to keep him alive for a couple more seconds. As Vigo takes over the dead body, looking to spin, do some more damage. Down comes Malphite, and it's a big knock-up. Lady of the Wind wants to get away. Slept as Out West chasing them down now. And up too far. Pabu goes down next. The charm
my
coming
God!
through, and it is a bloodbath for the night.
Whoa!
Where did this come from?
Out
Meatball,
west?
maybe he can make something happen with his incredible tankiness. He can't turn to Out West, and he has nothing else to use. Smited wants to turn around, and an ace finally comes through. How did that happen?
Okay, Viego just soloed their entire team. That was nuts.
Yep, nice.
2-item Viego just absolutely and utterly destroys Abe. Once he turns into RA, just completely one-shots the ADC. 2 items down compared to the ADC. That is kind of nuts. Out West just pulling off an insane play. That's going to keep his head above the water, keep his team in this game, and give them a chance to go for that soul steal. Jesus. Okay.
Wow. That was pretty incredible.
Mind equals blown. Okay, we have some tankiness coming
So,
up from
our
Pretentious. That's going to be good.
Thank God.
but it's only going to help
Oh,
him
Pretentious
against Sharky.
He's really dangerous.
I
He's
think
got his Bork, he's got his Runans, he's
Yeah.
got his Gwynthew's, mate. He is looking like a threat.
Got all 3 items that he needs. You're right. I think the biggest threat for him on the enemy team is probably going to be Lady of the
Hey,
Wind.
watch out, man.
so
Hey, watch out, man.
That's the danger.
It feels like Knight should be winning these, personally. But I said in the draft, Pretentious is an S... Sorry, not Pretentious. I mean, he's brilliant. But Kog'Maw is an SSS+++ champion right now. He's so disgusting. And you watching these fights, Out West did a great job earlier. But Kog'Maw... Blood does too much damage, bro. Quote that, bro.
Joko's
That's the
walking
only
top
way I can put
solo.
it.
This might be dangerous for him. Pabu has all 4 dashes available. And Meatbun now sort of bullying in this 1v1 in the side lane. His
Oh
health
my
bar is not
God!
moving.
Oh! This is insane! Mayhem, look!
Quick, cast it! Cast it!
Oh! He used his W for the 4th
Oh
time
my
in the
god!
fight.
But his health bar is
Okay.
not moving. That's the
Meatbun.
main part of this story. Uh oh, he's in trouble now.
Oh my god, he eat away when he didn't want to fight anymore!
Oh my god!
Oh.
Look at them go! Now
Breathtaking
fighting
content.
trouble! Dude, that was the most
And now finally the
insane
rest of the team
fight of
shows
this
up. The
entire
thing can get a little
game.
bit exciting.
What are you talking about? That was the most exciting part of the game. I don't understand. Anyway,
Okay,
there's a fight about to break out.
Comes through, Meat Bun. He shakes it off and takes no damage. Our tanks are very tanky right now. Very, very tanky. As they should be. 6,000 gold in the favor of the Knights. The next dragon, 50 seconds to go as teams may need to smooth themselves into position and get some vision control. Right now the Knights are looking quite favorable in that. They've got Pabu shoving the top lane here to try and drain away some pressure. As Juko now finally has Out West to try and support him with Sharky. Pabu gonna have to come support his jungler. Sharky, you can't go down now. Sharky tries to flash to the wall. He can't get away. As Lilas comes through with a charm. Out West, he's got to be the next victim on this kill list right now, or else that dragon is being handed away. No issue. Arbe gets rid of Tibbers. As Out West, charm now. He's got to go down here. The root comes down. Shutdown comes down. As Slemt is next on the list from Arbe. Keep your eyes on Arbe. Swooping to Revolt as Pretentious. It's ADC versus
Oh, what a
ADC. The
charm!
charm comes through the knock-up as well. And Meatbun's given his life to take down Pretentious here. Somehow,
Given his life?
Meatbun refuses to die. A double to Arbe as Latlas goes down. Then Slept flashes the knock-up. Has no mana. You're going to find this one hard to take down. Meatbun's taking tower shots and he's... No way he lives this. He walks away from 4 tower shots when he's just about to die. And somehow, Juko gets the kill on Pabu. Another kill traded away. 1 inhibitor down as they're looking to pick up their second. Slipped. Finally made it back to base.
no.
Got his mana as well. And Knights, they don't even need to get this dragon to take away the game.
Sure, they go for it. Pretentious coming up soon. Lightless up soon. They're going to take double inhib and then probably reset for this dragon. Or maybe Meatbun just does. He has TP. And geez, I was expecting Meatbun to go down like 4 times that fight. And Pabu dies right next to him instead. Pretty funny stuff. Tanking like a boss. We have a huge sprint down here from Revolt. They want to try and grab this soul. If they can steal this, that is their mountain soul. That could be a way back into this game. Grab that tankiness that they need. But Meatbun just running at the enemy team. Revolt can't do anything to stop this absolute meathead of a man. And here we go, Oscar.
Oh, Sharky. He's got GA. Look, Lilas doesn't even have a chance to get in the fight. Meatbun is soaking up damage like a sponge. And Slemp's doing the same as Arbe being forced out of the fight now by Slemp all alone. And this is a really good situation for Out West to try and slide in now. It looks like he won't even get a chance. Knights are so far ahead as they're going to ignore Slemp. Let him walk down the backline as Lightless now trying to run away on foot. Pabu finally gets a chance to pick up another kill. 2 on the board as Meatbun misses the dash. Juko, he's running away as fast as he can. But Annie's little feet just can't run away fast enough. Wukong picks up another kill as the entire team swept off the board, and Knights with 1 win already in their belts. And a second that is enough to wipe Revolt off the board and lead us to our grand final bracket. The Weekend Warriors facing up against the Knights. I can't believe I forgot the name of the team that won for a second there.
The one that we're looking
That
at
was a
is the
crazy
one that you
game,
forget.
Mayhem.
Fair enough.
I gotta say, Iron the Plat, Iron the Plat got some crazy games going on, man. Let's break it down. Juco, he was standing at the pinnacle of the game for the first 15 minutes, and then he stopped.
Yeah.
What happened, Mayhem?
Kind of took a trip and nosedived straight into the dirt. It was an unfortunate series of events. He got the lead, didn't really run around the map and do much with it. He was fed, but then so many times he got caught out. Once everyone started getting their magic resistance items, then, he wasn't able to one-shot people. He was trying to get in there and just one-shot the backline carries, finish off a fight as soon as possible, but wasn't looking to do any of those nifty little re-engages after a failed engage by the enemy team. Just put himself out there, wasn't able to get the one-shots off, and because he did that, he got killed himself. And although he did half health the rest of the team, he was the main damage dealer. Pretentious wasn't fed enough yet to be ready to pick up the slack after he died. He needed to get a few rotations of his cooldowns off to do enough damage to warrant such a play, losing his life like that. So unfortunately, he just started throwing his leads away, wasn't really paying attention to the map. Pabu got the full shield, everything ready to go, and it was really nice.
Yeah, that's right. It really set out for a great game. And in the end, we saw Meat Bun, who was having... Look, I'm not going to say he was having a challenge in the first game, but he wasn't particularly making a splash. Meat Bun in the second game, at the end there, was making some really admirable plays. He dashed in areas where he probably should have died and managed to heal up enough, took risks for his team, and made plays, especially on top of Pretentious, that knew he would get the Kog'Maw shutdown. Really well played from all of the Knights. And now that they moved on to the grand finals, they're looking pretty good to take this one away.
Do you have any predictions for your boys?
Anything else to say, Mayhem?
Knights versus Weekend Warriors?
I haven't seen enough of the Weekend Warriors games.
They two old Storm Wolves.
Weekend Warriors, I just got to say Knights.
They two old Storm Wolves on the other side of this bracket, so pretty strong.
Oh.
Both teams 2-0-ing. So
Weekend Warriors, they always got cheeky. Like they play well, and for that, I choose predicting Knights to win.
I mean, we have to go with our boys, right? These are the
Knights.
guys that we saw, so we got to go with them.
These are the guys we saw. We have to go with them, bro.
That's the rules.
Four guys. The Weekend Warriors, they got a franchising diff.
Yeah.
That's unlucky, dude.
You rolled the dice and landed not on stream, so... This last game was sort of not what you kind of want going into a grand finals. It was very sloppy from both sides. It was just a bunch of throws in a row. This is definitely a game that you're going to want to sit down with your coach and go, okay, we won, but we need to win cleaner. We need to do this better. This isn't exactly pinnacle for their team. They can play better in the finals. They should. They will. And hopefully their coach sits them down, shows them all the problems that they're having, and, clean up all the little missteps with their team getting caught out a lot, and play the best League of Legends that they can in the grand finals. I want both teams to play at their best. I know Knights are better than this. They made a lot of mistakes. Even though they won, I'm still not letting them off the hook that easily. They need to play better, and I hope they do in the finals.
Revolt gonna have to find their way to the airport, heading home as the Knights get to stay another night, and they'll be moving down for next week on Wednesday for the finals to be played. So make sure you're coming in for that, up against the Weekend Warriors, a team that often shows domination in many amateur tournaments, has produced many proficient players, and both of these guys are teams to watch. Do not miss out. But before we finish tonight, there are two things I gotta say. Number one, thank you to all our admins for putting in the beautiful work, especially Blism for putting up with me being late from my work. Thank you to Mayhem for broadcasting and also color casting, the GOAT. And the second thing I want to say is you should follow my Twitter, because I think that's a little bit funny. I would laugh if you followed my Twitter, and Mayhem's as well. My Twitter's just my quicksand. It's got the 2 A's. It's like they're kind of nifty. And then you see quicksand with 1 A, and you go, wait, that looks kind of weird. I'm just putting it out there, guys. Follow me on Twitter. Go enjoy the rest of your night. I got like some, I don't know what this is, but this is my dinner. I got some kangaroo and some bread and stuff. If you guys haven't eaten, eat. I realized I forgot to eat lunch, and I felt pretty bad for most of the day. So
I
do
got
that.
one last
Hey,
thing I
you
need
go
to
eat
say.
and sleep well, and
I'm just gonna say,
yeah.
I miss the days when Big Boy Bladdersm used to play.
Have a good night, everyone. I'll hit the bench of the finals if the Knights win.